Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Flex with me, your host Diana Master here on Flex, where we flex your mind and your muscles. Now with me in studio today, someone of great caliber. We are speaking all things MMA with MMA fighter Veya Hinda. How are you doing?
I'm blessed. Thank you, Diana, for having me.
No, thank you for joining us. It's absolutely amazing having you here. So if you could start us off with a brief introduction of yourself.
I'm Veya Hinda. For those of you that do not know, I'm an MMA fighter. I've been fighting for about 10 years now. I'm based here in Windhoek, Namibia. I'm the 2022 African Featherweight Champion and also the 2023 Namibian Sportsman of the Year. I've studied law. I have my law degree now, but yeah, I don't know. That's basically it.
It's always weird when people ask you to talk about yourself, isn't it? Yeah, I know the feeling. All right, so let's start with your career and your background. What initially inspired you to pursue a career in MMA?
I was studying abroad and I was alone and I was very tiny at the time, so I thought maybe I have to do some sort of sport or something to be able to defend myself if the need arises. So I feel like that's what initially got me into the sport, and ever since I just started loving it, and now I'm good.
Here you are.
Yeah.
All right, so can you tell us about your journey from your first fight to where you are today?
It's maybe been about 2 years, but of like, every 2 months I'll be competing, and my very first fight was the African Championships back in 2022 where I won the gold. So I don't know, from there it's just been upwards and forward.
You're up and you're stuck.
Of course, not stuck, but we're moving.
Okay, so was there a particular fighter who influenced your fighting style or your career?
I like to take a little bit from all the top athletes, not just one specific guy. And but I'll say maybe Israel Adesanya, like the Nigerian who just lost his title or lost the fight to Dricus du Plessis from South Africa. And I'll say he's maybe the main influence, but there are obviously a lot of other smaller fighters, not smaller fighters, but other fighters that I've stolen one or two techniques from, and I'm just putting it together to create my own game.
Okay, all right, okay. Now let's talk about your training and your preparation. What does a typical day of training look like for you?
I'd get up at 5 a.m. and go for a run. Yeah, I know. I get up at 5 a.m., go for a run, be home by like maybe 6:30. I'll have something to eat and I'll dress, and then around 11, 12, I'll have my first strength and conditioning session, where I just do my weight training and all the power, like mobility work, and then I'll rest again. And then in the afternoon, I'll do my more technical stuff, maybe sparring or pad work or bag work, and yeah, that'll be my day.
Okay, so what would you say is your favorite type of training regimen? Because obviously strength and conditioning is absolutely important. Do you do other forms like maybe plyometrics?
I do everything.
You do everything?
Yeah, I leave that to my coach, and he knows exactly what to do for me, my body type, so yeah, but I basically do everything.
Okay, talk to us about your coach. Who is your coach? How long have you guys worked together?
I've got many coaches.
You've got many coaches.
Not just one guy, yeah, but I've got one guy just for strength and conditioning.
Okay.
He's Silvio Kutsia, NS Fitness. He's got his own place. And then for wrestling, I'll go with John Morgan. That's in Grisblock at the after school center. We'll be doing some wrestling there. Then for my striking, I'll be going to Combat Club Windhoek. That's in Southern Industry, but yeah, it's just a bunch of different people.
All over Windhoek.
Yeah. So mixed martial arts, so
yeah,
mix of everything.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, and your favorite out of those, which would it be?
Do I have to say that?
Yeah, you have to.
I have to.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, my favorite. Sorry, guys. I'll go with probably wrestling because it's probably one of the most important arts right now. So I'll say maybe John Morgan.
Okay. Okay. All right. So how do you balance different disciplines such as striking and grappling in your training regimen?
Everybody knows me for being a striker. I like to stand up, punch, kick, knee, everything. So when I fight guys these days, they try and just take me down and wrestle me and choke me out. So I realize I can already strike. So let me work on the aspects of my game that I'm not too good at. So I'll be doing more wrestling and more jiu-jitsu and all the ground fighting. So right now I'm focusing a lot more on that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So do you have any pre-fight rituals or routines that help you get into the right mindset?
Actually, yeah, I just like to be alone before my fights. Actually,
Okay.
I'm not like too focused. I'm just trying to calm myself as much as possible before I step into the bright lights. But I've got my earphones in. Sometimes I'd listen to some gospel music.
Oh,
I don't know why,
nice.
but yeah, it helps me feel calm.
Okay.
And then maybe say before when it comes to time, I've got like 30 minutes before I have to walk out. Then I'll start changing up the music. Maybe I'll listen to some Mike Tyson or the speeches he would make
Okay.
to get me like, okay, no, I've got to go out there and actually.
Okay, that was actually going to be my next question. Like, in terms of your playlist, what is on your playlist to help you really focus? Because, I mean, you did say you start with the gospel and then, of course, you get to the speeches. Are there any other particular artists maybe that get you in the zone?
I like King Von.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's so aggressive, you know.
Yeah, it
It's
gives you,
difficult,
gets you
yeah,
to
it gets
that.
And normally I'm not that type of person. So
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, you've got to wake up now. You've got to wake up. We need you. So
We need you.
yeah, so I'll listen
Okay.
to Von and he'll get me going.
I think one day we should like switch playlists
Yeah.
because my playlist is it's a very odd playlist,
Taylor
but it's
Swift.
no. Why would Taylor Swift
Okay.
be on my workout play? Oh, you know,
She's
maybe
good, though.
maybe
She's
she
good.
is.
Yeah,
Maybe
see?
no. Taylor Swift is more for when I'm in my feels, you know. Yeah, but you know, for getting me in the hype because I jump rope a lot,
Okay.
right? So, K-pop
Okay.
is my workout playlist because K-pop is very, very hype. And I tell you, once I introduce you to K-pop, there's no going back.
I think I'm okay. I think I'll stay with Von. You can-
Listen,
okay.
hear me out. I'll play you one song during the commercial break, and then you'll tell me.
Okay.
It's gonna be a great one. But for now, we'll be taking a quick ad break, and of course, continuing our conversation with Veya Hinda, an MMA fighter. Stick around.
My Zone presents a forever memory. Your Schools 2024. Matric Farewell. All entrances filmed. 360 machine. Photographs. Book your packages now via all MyZone socials or email at michaela@myzone.com.na.
Welcome back. You are watching Flex. I am still in studio with Veya Hinda, an MMA fighter. And we're talking all about his journey. Now, before the break, we found out a little bit about his background and, of course, his training style and all of that. But now we're getting into the section of mental and physical toughness. So how do you prepare mentally for a fight, especially when you know you're facing tough opponents?
Firstly, I wouldn't say they're tough opponents, but like maybe 2 months before time, I already start visualizing everything. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll be at home or I'll be in the gym, and that's the time I'm probably the most nervous because I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing the lights. I'm seeing the walkout. I'm seeing my opponent standing there. I'm seeing the ref, the crowd. I'm trying to just have all those feelings come to me while I'm still at training. So when I do have to go be there, and I'm like, okay, no, I've felt this before. It's a familiar environment for me. So that's how I normally prepare myself to be. Okay, yeah.
So visualizing is a very big aspect.
It's very, very big for me.
Okay,
yeah.
that's me too. When I do leg day, I have to mentally prepare 3 days. I'm like, you know what? We can do this
And then
because
you end up doing it.
I absolutely hate leg day, but that's another discussion for another day. So MMA, we all know, is physically demanding. How do you maintain your fitness and avoid injuries throughout the season?
Just taking care of yourself, I guess. You know as an athlete, you know what you need to do. Stretching. You've got to see your physio. You've got to be eating well too and sleeping well too. So if you're lacking on one of those, eventually it's going to catch up to you. Injuries will be coming. you won't be performing the way you'd like to perform, and you know, so just stick to the routine, do what you have to do, and you'll be good.
Okay. So can you share with us an example of a time when you had to overcome maybe a setback or an injury in your career?
A setback or an injury. I'll say I fought my first African championship with an injury.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I had a pinched nerve in my back, and I actually felt that in the very first round of the first fight, because I had his back, and then we fell to the floor, and I just felt like electricity going through my arm, and I'm just looking up at the lights. I'm just like, man, I'm gonna lose this, am I not? But then, yeah, luckily I still had some sort of
the visualization. The visualization played a part, and then you fought back.
Yeah, and I dominated. You know, I thought that if I can beat these guys with an injury, then whoa, imagine when I'm.
Yeah, when you're at 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, but at least, I mean, it goes back to what you're saying about visualization. It's an absolutely important part, it's a very crucial part of anything, I think, really. You have to visualize something. You have to see it before you get it, right? All right, so let's talk about your fights and your strategies. Okay. Tell us about your recent. You took the win, but were you satisfied with the victory?
Normally not. Everybody's saying I'm always too hard on myself. You know, I'm my biggest critic.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like to be making mistakes, but I know it's normal. But for me, I hold myself up to such a high level. So when I rewatch the fights, I'm like, man, why did I do this? Why did he hit me here? Was I too close? Was I too slow? What's going on with me? And I try to go back to the training room, and I'm like, okay, no, guys, let's work on this. I made a mistake here. I don't want to be making the same mistake next time. Because people are watching the fights, and they'll be like, oh, look here. You got caught with this. Maybe let's try the same thing, you know?
Yes,
so I don't want to be making the same mistakes. So,
oh, geez. I mean, I think as an athlete, yes, it is important to hold yourself to such a high standard, but also sometimes to be aware, because here on Flex, we always preach the message, like, you need to listen to your body. Yes, there are times where, like, I think for me, when it just comes to working, I was like, but I don't want to do it today. It's different from, I can't do it today, you know, like maybe I'm hurt or my body just doesn't feel right. So there's that difference, but listening to your body is what makes the world of a difference, because again, it helps you avoid injury and avoid, you know, mistakes, crucial mistakes. Okay, so last year yourself and Gerardo Bok were in Thailand for a training camp. How was the experience?
Amazing experience. Amazing. I don't even have the words like that to describe this, but...
All right, so walk us through from the very first, I don't know, from that first call, say you're going to Thailand, everything. Walk us through that.
I don't know. I was just very excited, you know, because it was my first time in Thailand, so I already knew what to expect. But yeah, some things haven't changed. I landed there, it was extremely humid. Normally I don't sweat during my training sessions.
Yeah.
I landed at the airport, I'm already sweating, so I'm like, oh wow, this is gonna be intense.
Yeah.
And then we arrived at a very well-known gym, Bang Tao, Muay Thai and MMA. Very good coaches too, you know. But the training was like, we literally trained from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Jeez.
Literally all day, every day. You know, and of course I was so excited in the beginning, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do everything. I've never felt so much pain. I had to listen to my body.
No, yeah, you see, like, okay, no, okay, it's time to take a break. How long were you guys there for?
I was there for 3 months.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was there for 3 months.
Oh my goodness.
Good training. I loved it. Geraldo came at the end of November, starting December, so he was there for more or less a month. But yeah, we enjoyed it. You know, I even had a fight there in Thailand.
And how did that go?
Of course I won, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Easy
oh
work,
my
man.
god. Of course I won.
Of course. We've been working. I've been working for my whole life.
Yeah.
So, nothing new for me. So
Okay. Well, congratulations. I mean, you're an inspiration. So is the UFC or One Championship something you're looking to be a part of in the future?
Of course, those are one of the bigger organizations in the world. You know, everybody's aspiring to get there one day. And but there are also other few organizations out there that I have got my eye on. You know, the perks. Okay, okay. Let me not speak too much right now.
Yeah.
But I'm in contact with a few organizations, and yeah, it's not the only ones I'm trying to get to, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's one of the few.
Yeah,
okay.
one of the few, yeah.
Okay. So, what is one quote that keeps you going?
One quote that keeps me going.
Because you did say you listened to actually like a lot of speeches and stuff. So I'd assume maybe there's one quote that stuck with you, or maybe one that you know, tell yourself every day to keep yourself going or to keep yourself grounded or whatever it is.
I would say the quote is, winners focus on winning.
Okay.
And the losers focus on the winners.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that's
I just
powerful stuff. That's powerful stuff. You should have a T-shirt made with that.
should, huh?
You should. You definitely should. Okay, so what has been your most memorable fight so far, and what made it so special?
My most memorable fight. I've had so many.
Yeah.
I'll probably say it was the final
Okay.
of the 2022 African Championships against South Africa, Nicholas. I don't know, because I was nervous. I was so nervous. The pressure was intense. Everybody was just, you know, the messages I was receiving, the calls. Are you ready, bro?
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, just calm down.
Breathe, relax.
Yeah, let me do what I have to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, the pressure was intense. But I don't know. Everything about that fight was just perfect. It was the only fight in the tournament where I had to go to the second round because I managed to finish all of the other guys in the first round. So I don't know. Everything about that fight was just amazing. I always rewatch that fight. Like just, you know, simple. I don't. What a fight.
What a fight.
What a fight, yeah.
All right, we'll be continuing this discussion. It's actually a very interesting chat, but we'll be taking a quick ad break and, of course, continuing the conversation with Vea Hinda.
Grab your passport, fasten your seatbelts, and get ready for a new season of Namibia Beyond Borders. Namibia Beyond Borders is a show where Namibians from all over the world get the opportunity to tell us about their new life abroad and why they moved. The guest gives fun facts and shares their story about the country. From the USA all the way to the Netherlands, and even Belgium and South Africa. This season is sure to hold many interesting stories. But that's not all. Come along with the MyZone team during Travel With Me, where we take you along an adventure to different towns and cities. But that's not all. Stay tuned for Traveling Tips, where the MyZone team gives helpful tips to remember when you are planning your next trip. Namibia Beyond Borders, every Monday on NTV at 8:30 in the evening.
We have an MMA fighter with us in studio today. If you're just joining us, this is Vea Hinda, and we're finding out all about his journey and, of course, his career. Okay, so Vea, I want to find out, how do you adapt your strategy when facing opponents with different fighting styles?
I don't know, just staying calm, I guess. You know, when you're calm, you see everything. You're able to think more clearly. So I don't know, whenever I'm in there, that's why the first round is always so slow. I'll take my time, try to get a feel of how fast he is, how strong he is. Then after I've got that down, then I start making my reads and making my moves on him. But I think I'm giving away too much right now. But
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter, either or. As long as my mind, I'm there, I'm focused, because I'm not worried about any external factors, then I think the fight is going to be fairly easy for me, because
Okay.
I'm good at making reads on the spot.
Okay, you're a very confident man, very confident in what you can do. But have you ever faced a fighter who has pushed you to your limits, and how did you handle that?
A fighter who has pushed me to my limits? Oof, I won't say no, not yet.
Okay.
Maybe
Wow.
one day, you know, God willing,
Oh,
somebody's going to
okay.
come along and be able to push me. But I'll say my training partners do that.
Okay.
Most of the work, they're the ones that actually push me the most. Like, you know, so because we spend so much time together, they know what I have to do, what level I have to be at before I have to step in the ring. So, but an opponent out there, no. I'll say
Okay,
no.
okay. So what's the toughest aspect of being a professional MMA fighter?
The toughest aspect, I don't know. I don't think it's tough. There's no tough. I love everything about the sport, but what is tough? Oof, let me say, maybe the dieting part.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we have to be within a specific weight category and all that. You know, I want to eat my pizzas and my burgers.
But you
But
can't.
no, I can't. I just have
How
to
many
eat it.
calories a day do you eat?
I eat as much as I want to eat right now.
Okay.
When out of season, I eat as much as I want to, but then close to the fight, then I've got, you know, start portioning out my meals,
Yeah.
depending on how much I'm working out, because the training will, you know, start to dim down a little bit. I won't be doing maybe strength and conditioning 3 times a week or 4 times. I'll be doing it maybe like 2 times a week.
Okay.
So I won't be eating as much, but I like to keep my weight up.
Okay.
Yeah, only-
So how often do you work out, perhaps, in a week? Like
You know,
during
week.
season, yes.
Wow. I don't know, in a day, probably 3, minimum 3 times a day. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
I
okay.
have to.
That's
This is-
impressive.
This sport is very demanding. It's
Yeah,
very
I
demanding.
can imagine. I can imagine. Okay, so what advice would you give to aspiring fighters who want to break into the MMA world?
I would say that it's not as bad as it seems. People always make it out to be like, oh my word, why would you want to go do that? But you know, you see, you learn everything in the training room. You're prepared well in advance, but you've taught how to defend yourself correctly and all that. So when you're stepping in there, maybe the only thing that's going to be new to you is maybe the lights
Okay.
and the cameras. But besides that, you can't fear another man. You know, ever fear another man. We're going to teach you, or you're going to be taught how to defend yourself. So as long as you're just listening to your coaches and doing what you've been taught, then you'll be fine.
Okay, all right. Now, before I let you go, you did speak of that, like you are a lawyer, basically, qualified. How do you balance that? Like, what is life looking like with that, and of course MMA fighting? Because that's it's very very different.
It's not easy. I had to make a choice, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to choose between actually like practicing law and just doing mixed martial arts, because both of them are so demanding. You know?
Yes,
Yeah, 'cause
yes.
my whole family's into law.
Oh,
Yeah, my whole family's
okay.
into law. So I see how they're up at 2, 3 a.m.
Preparing for
reading.
cases,
So
yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I need to be up at 5 training, but you guys are here. Imagine if I had to do the...
But you did it.
Yeah, but no, I took a break now. I'm like, okay, no, I'm gonna, because I've got such a big support system. Like, I've got so much support from my friends, my family, everybody. So, like, you know what? Yeah, while you're still young, I like to believe I'm still young. So, while you're young and you're full of energy, full of life, do what you love. Go fight, and obviously, I don't want to be fighting my whole life. You know,
Yeah.
I have to protect my mind.
Yes,
too. So
yes.
At a certain age, I'll decide, okay, no, I've had enough. I've experienced what I had to experience. So, let me step forward into law.
Okay,
I'll
but at
step
least
back.
you have a good fallback plan, basically,
We'll
and
fall
that's
back, we're going forward.
okay. We're going forward. Yes, yes, we're going forward. But at least you have something steady and something sturdy as well.
Yeah,
Well, that's
100%.
amazing. All right. So one more thing, right? Here on Flex, every guest comes and they get a challenge.
Okay.
And you also need to leave your challenge. But your challenge for today is 20 diamond push-ups.
Okay.
So we're going to clear the space and we're going to see you do your 20 diamond push-ups.
Easy work.
Easy work? All right. But now you also need to give a challenge for the next guest.
Okay. We can do that.
We can do that?
Yeah, we can do
Do you have a challenge in mind?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you can say it out.
We'll do a planking position, but we'll be doing continuous shoulder taps. For maybe let's keep it to make it challenging. Okay, no, okay. Let's do 30. No, that's too easy though. Since you guys are giving me 20 diamond push-ups, let's do it for a minute.
A minute?
A minute, yeah.
Shoulder plank taps for a minute?
Yeah.
I can do that.
You can do that?
I can do
I want
that.
to see it. I want to see it.
We'll do that, but that's for the guest. But right after this, we'll see Vea doing his 20 diamond push-ups. Stick around for that.
And my challenge is going to be holding a plank position and just continuous shoulder taps for 1 minute. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, we're back live. Oh, well, that was Vea. You said that was easy stuff.
Too easy.
Too easy. I was doing it on the side with you. Very, very easy. Psh. We had that in the bag. Vea, thank you so very much for joining us today on Flex. We will be seeing you pretty soon because we need to do a day in your life.
Okay.
Just to see if you are a man of your word and you do all those things that you say you do.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you for being here.
Of
We look
course.
forward to having you again.
All right.
One more time. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see.
Watch
Please don't
out, though.
punch me. I'm just...
Too slow. Too slow.
All right, you can catch Flex again. You already know every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25. For me, Diana Master and Vea Hinda. It's a wrap for us today.